The true cost of owning a Porsche 911 in 2025. Spoiler, it's painful. The Porsche 911 is a dream car for many, a symbol of luxury, performance, and automotive perfection. However, even while owning one could appear spectacular from the outside, driving one has a high cost that goes well beyond the sticker. The cost of owning a Porsche 911 has increased significantly in 2025, with hidden costs, insurance, maintenance, and customization all gradually piling up. If you're not prepared, what appears to be a smooth, quick, and elegant ride could turn into a financial disaster. Knowing the actual cost of ownership is crucial, regardless of whether you're interested in a base Carrera or a fully equipped Turbo S. Not only is it uncomfortable, but it's also eye-watering. Spoiler alert. To help you understand what you're getting into before you sign that contract, we've broken down the 7 most significant financial realities of owning a Porsche 911 in this in-depth video. Let's watch. 1. Exorbitant purchase costs and temptations for customization. Let's begin with the base price, which is the most evident financial obstacle. A Porsche 911 Carrera's starting price in 2025 is approximately $122,000. However, that amount can rise swiftly. The more desirable 911 Turbo S or 911 GT3 will cost between $200,000 and $250,000 before extras. Porsche's selection of à la carte alternatives is well known. Do you want adaptive cruise control? That is extra. Elegant brakes made of carbon ceramic. An additional 5 figures will be added. Complete leather interiors with carbon trim or custom stitching can drive the ultimate cost beyond $280,000, and even premium paint colors can cost more than $10,000. Porsche makes customizing extremely simple and addictive, something that many purchasers are unaware of until it's too late. 2. Insurance. Daily driver supercar rates. Even though the 911 is a daily drivable sports vehicle, many first-time Porsche owners are shocked by how much insurance costs. Because insurance companies classify it as a high-performance vehicle, supercar premiums are associated with it. Insurance for a Porsche 911 in 2025 typically costs between $3,000 and $6,000 a year, depending on your region, age, driving history, and level of coverage. Premiums can exceed $7,500 per year in states or metropolitan areas like California and New York, particularly if you're insuring higher trims like the GT3 or Turbo S. Why is it so high? The cost of repairs, the possibility of theft, the chance of an accident, and the total value of the vehicle are all taken into consideration. Additionally, insurers are merely hedging their risks because a minor collision can easily escalate into a 5-figure repair bill. Even adding your 911 to a larger insurance policy that covers several vehicles or residences might only provide a little amount of relief. 3. Upkeep and repair. Accuracy comes at a cost. Because Porsches are precise machines, they need to be maintained with great care, which can be costly. If you choose Porsche's extended warranty or prepaid maintenance plan, which may cost between $4,000 and $6,000, the first year or two may seem doable. However, the actual invoices begin to arrive once the initial service term has passed. The cost of a 911's basic oil change can range from $400 to $700, depending on the dealership or expert. Replacements for brake pads and rotors. If you're using OEM or performance-grade components, budget between $3,000 and $5,000. Regular inspections, clutch maintenance, and spark plug replacements can cost hundreds to thousands more. Additionally, equipment like tires, suspension, and brakes deteriorate considerably more quickly if you drive it hard, as many Porsche owners do. A pair of tires and brake pads could be destroyed in a single session by a difficult track day, costing you more than $4,000 over the course of a weekend. 4. Depreciation. The money sink that is hidden. It's a common misconception that all 911s increase in value. The majority of contemporary 911s lose a lot of value over time, even while collector spec cars like the 911R, GT2 RS, or early air-cooled classics can fetch greater prices. A typical 911 Carrera may lose between 30 and 40% of its value in the first 5 years. Assuming average mileage and decent condition, your $140,000 Carrera might only be worth $85,000 to $95,000 in a few years. If you have a lot of options on your car, the issue is even more uncomfortable. Rarely do Porsche options sell for their full price. That $12,000 bespoke interior or that $8,000 Burmester sound system? It might only raise the resale value by a few $1,000s. A new 911 typically has monthly payments between $1,500 and $2,500, and at the end of the term, you may still be subject to end-of-lease fees, mileage penalties, and minimal equity. 5. The continuous drain of fuel, tires, and wearables. Be ready for frequent and costly consumables if you drive a Porsche 911 the way it was designed to be driven, aggressively and frequently. For example, the EPA rates the 911 Turbo S at 17 miles per gallon in the city and 24 miles per gallon on the interstate, but in practice, aggressive driving frequently results in 12 to 15 miles per gallon. Premium fuel is required, and since gas prices are expected to average $5 to $6 per gallon in 2025, fuel alone can cost more than $3,000 per year if you drive frequently. Another expensive wear item is tires. High-performance tires, such as the Pirelli P0 or Michelin Pilot Sport 4S, are not inexpensive. A complete set of tires can be purchased for between $2,000 and $2,800, and they can be worn out in 8,000 to 10,000 miles or less due to rough driving or track use. Additional items, such as alignment adjustments, fluids, air filters, and brake pads, raise your operating expenses by several $1,000s a year. You pay more the more you drive it. 6. Fixes, improvements, and surprises. Despite Porsche's renowned dependability, the 911 is nevertheless a sophisticated device with many high-performance components, sensors, and electronics. When anything goes wrong, it goes really bad, and it costs a lot of money. Repairing a faulty PDK transmission after warranty expires could cost $10,000 or more. A $5,000 plus charge could result from a problem with the ceramic brakes or adaptive suspension system. If you insist on OEM parts, even small cosmetic damage, such as curb rash on forged wheels or a fractured front splitter, can cost thousands of dollars. The price of optional upgrades comes next. Body kits, interior modifications, ECU tuning, and aftermarket exhausts are all alluring but expensive. Installing a top-notch exhaust system, such as an Akrapovic or Fab Speed, can cost between $6,000 and $10,000. Additionally, tuning your vehicle may void your warranty, resulting in future out-of-pocket costs that are considerably higher. Not to be overlooked is the Porsche tax, the well-known fee connected to each component, service, or add-on bearing the Porsche name. 7. Costs of lifestyle, security, and storage. In 2025, owning a 911 is about more than just driving, it's about living a whole lifestyle. This includes safe storage, particularly if you reside in a city or a region with severe weather. To keep their vehicle secure and immaculate, many owners pay $2,000 to $5,000 a year to rent private garages or climate-controlled storage units. Additionally, you might need to spend money on dash cams, GPS tracking, and immobilizers required by your insurance. Insurers frequently require premium anti-theft systems, which can cost hundreds to install and maintain, due to the increase in auto theft, especially for luxury cars. Then there are the expenses of living. The cost is increased by Porsche club gatherings, track days, get-togethers, clothing, and branded accessories. Although they are not required, they are a part of owning a Porsche and are rarely inexpensive. Even expert detailing, which is frequently necessary to preserve resale value, can cost between $1,000 and $2,500 a year. The Porsche 911 may prove to be the most gratifying financial experience you have ever had if you approach it with an open mind and a healthy bank account. Let us know in the comments what you think about the true cost of owning a Porsche 911 in 2025. Spoiler, it's painful, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.